everybody. I'm here today with a simple driving lesson on turning right at a green light. In this driving lesson, I will be going over the basic steps for turning right at a green light, as well as giving you some bonus tips. So this is a driving lesson with bonus tips. Let's get right into it. I'm going to explain what to do, then I'm going to approach a green light up ahead and make a right turn. Step number one is identify the light. Make sure that the light is actually green, and make sure that you're legally able to make a right turn at that intersection at a green light, okay? And obviously, I'm talking about when you're driving in the right, on the right side of the road when I'm referring to this driving lesson, okay? Because when you're driving on the right side of the road, you make a right at a green light, you're kind of going with the flow of traffic. Step number two is scan the intersection. Look at what's going on in the intersection. Step number three, signal right. Check your rear view mirror, your right side mirror, your right blind spot, okay? All of this happens before you actually approach the intersection. Step number four is actually approach the intersection, and then you're going to be steering, so make the right turn and turn into the right lane. So we're gonna approach this green light up ahead. I don't want it to turn red, so I'm gonna kind of boot it here. So I'm approaching the intersection, I'm identifying the light, scanning the intersection, signaling right, rear view mirror, right side mirror, right blind spot, and looking for pedestrians, traffic, turning into the right lane, just like that. Now, I'll probably demonstrate myself doing it a couple more times if I can catch a couple more green lights. But basically, it's a very simple process. The one thing I will tell you before I get to the bonus tips is to make sure that if there's a right turning lane, that you're going into the right turning lane before you actually make that right turn. So up ahead, I believe I'm gonna hit another green light over here. So I'm gonna go to the right turning lane first, and I'm scanning the intersection, identifying the green light, signaling, doing my safety checks, getting into the right lane, slowing down in the right turn lane. There are two pedestrians crossing. They have the right of way, so I'm giving them the right of way. And I'm waiting here. I'm waiting for the pedestrians to finish crossing. The pedestrians have finished crossing. I'm checking my mirrors, my blind spot once again, and now I turn right on the green light. Now, why do I check my mirrors and my blind spot again? Well, I was waiting there for more than a couple of seconds. So when you're waiting somewhere for more than a couple of seconds, that warrants you checking your mirrors and blind spot again. Once again, I'm checking my rear view mirror, my right side mirror, my right blind spot. All of that happens before I make the turn. Once I deem that it's safe to do so, I make the turn. And before you get to the intersection, you're doing all of those safety checks as you approach it. You're identifying the green light, you're scanning the intersection, you're signaling well in advance, okay? We're talking about probably at least 100 to 150 feet in advance you want to signal so that everyone kind of knows what you plan on doing, okay? And now for the bonus tips, okay? Number one is scan for pedestrians, okay? Pedestrians always have the right of way, and you're driving a car, they're pedestrians, they're walking or cycling, okay? So really scan for them, because it's way more dangerous for them than it is for you. Scan for pedestrians, and obviously give them the right of way. That's tip number one. And scan everywhere for pedestrians. And, you know, obviously start slowing down well in advance so you have adequate time to scan for pedestrians. Okay? I'm going to pull over for the rest of these right here. I thought I was going to get a green light, but I'm not. So I'm just going to pull over here. Bonus tip number two is, I have my notes here. I can't really see because of the glare of the sun. So bonus number two is watch out for left turners ahead. That's bonus tip number two. What I mean is someone who's making a left turn in the oncoming lane will be turning into the same direction as you. If I'm making a right here and they're making a left, they'll be turning into the same direction as me. So let's say I'm driving over here and I'm about to turn at a right on a green light, let's say. It's actually red, but let's say it was green. And someone is waiting to turn left like this. They're actually going to be turning into the same direction as me. So watch out. You have the right of way, technically. In most cases, you're going to have the right of way if you're making the right and they're making the left. But it doesn't matter, because trust me, I've had many people almost T-bone me, because even though I have the right of way, they decide to turn anyway. So watch out for them. Trust me, not everyone's as good of a driver as you, okay? Put it that way. Number three is to make the turn very smooth, a smooth motion. So a lot of people, when you're learning how to drive, you're going to make a right at a green light or even a red light, and your turns are going to be very rough and jerky. What I recommend is that you do not go to main roads until you can turn really smoothly. Because if you turn roughly, then you might go into the oncoming lane of traffic, you might mount the curb. There are many bad things that can happen. So what I recommend is that you do not do these motions. You do not drive at a main intersection until you know how to make turns effectively. So practice in parking lots until you're pretty good, and then practice on side streets until you're really good, then take it to the main road. So that's my last tip. That's it. In this video driving lesson, I do apologize about the poor lighting. This is the best that I could do. Some weird shadows happening here. But I've gone over the basics of turning right on a green light. It's a simple driving lesson with some bonus tips. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.